Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, sorry. No, I'm not. Uh, do I got audio? Testing, testing. Got audio. Beautiful. All right. We're off and rolling again. Nobody's here. It's just me. Uh, but that's all right because y'all catch up a little bit later on your time. And that's the way it should be. Um, you don't need to be here when I'm here. All you need is the information. Joe, welcome, brother. Oh my goodness, I got a lot to talk about. I think. Um, I I was having reservations about repetitive talking points. Um, because I have the most intelligent audience on the planet, and yet I'm convinced that repetitive is needed. Repetitive is good, and so I try to bring something new every opportunity I get, every chance that I get, um, and or refined. Sometimes I might be talking about the same thing, but I'm bringing some refined information, some updated information. So the old PBI, People's Bureau of Investigation, I got this hat. Tim has been incarcerated by the FBI since I believe December of last year. Tim Dever, the man who put together the PBI. Um, and so right now the PBI is a little bit defunct, and yet this is a white hat. I like the white hat. Um, I truly like the inspiration that created the People's Bureau of Investigation. However, I have rebranded this P. That's PHUK or PHUCK. In either case, you're going to pronounce it fuck. B. British. I. Invaders. What do you got? Fuck British invaders. All right? That's what we got to do because these parasites have destroyed our nation, our way of life as Americans. Just about everything that's good has been turned bad, tainted, made ugly. Um, I I'm really frustrated with quote unquote truther community. You tune in to listen to some of these guys and you get 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes of them selling their goods and their wares. And then what are they bringing you? Or to pay for a subscription to their other channel for special content. And they're going to keep pitching you their goods and their wares, from coffee cups to t-shirts to supplements to health products to you name it. Is that really what you're tuning in for? How about tuning in for your freedom, for your liberty, for your power? Your rights are. Your rights are unalienable, unalienable. They've always been that way. They were once constitutionally protected. State constitution, all power is inherent in the people. What power? All power. Most states' constitutions, all political power is inherent in the people. Indiana state constitution, all power is inherent in the people. Common law across the common land. Can you have a right in Indiana that I don't have in Michigan? Or you don't have in Florida or Texas or California? Do I need to answer that for you? The question is no. Hell no. Fuck no. So, what power is inherent in the people across the common land, from sea to shining sea, from border to border? All power. All power. It makes you the highest power. When you open up court, what kind of court do you open? You open a court of law, a public court, a court of record, a federal court. And you can open that court as a prosecutor. How do you know? Because all power is inherent in the people. Well, how do we know what that is? Well, they spelled it out, a lot of it out. They spelled a lot of it out for you. Your forefathers did in your state's constitutions. So you can go read your state's constitutions. On the services page of oralhealthwithcannabis.com, in the documents section, look for 48 love letters. That's 48 state constitutions that are all consolidated into one document. It's word searchable. Read it. Search it. Your rights are unalienable, unalienable. They were once constitutionally protected. Under a COG, devolution, reconstitution, and martial law. What do you think about your unalienable, unalienable rights? Well, then own them. Own them. So, where do I want to go from here? This corruption here in the village of Kalkaska is, well, it's over the top, just like it is probably in your neighborhood too. And so I put this together the other day. I talked about the fact that it's bonded, right? There's not a paper clip. There's no staple that's glued. And I used carpenter's glue. See, I got it right here. Tight Bond, official wood glue. And then just put a little dab out, and then get a Q-tip. I used a Q-tip. Well, you use your authority. You do it the way you want, right? Some of you might want to use super glue. People who use super glue have a lot of trouble with their fingers sticking to it. Their fingers stuck to the paper. Paper's in the wrong spot. But, you know, it's your authority. It's your life. But did you know? Did you want your paperwork bonded, not stapled, not paper clipped? Well, all right, so now you know You want your contracts and your court cases and your quantum paperwork to be bonded. So I found carpenter's glue to be very, very good. Well, this is made from wood, right? And with the Q-tip, you can work it so it's not overly saturated. It's just enough, and just hit the little triangle point of the paper there, because you might have something sensitive. Let's see, on one of these papers, I did see. I got writing real close to that edge. So you might think about that when you're preparing your contracts and your cases and your quantum paperwork. You're also going to want to leave room on the top right-hand corner for your $1 gold back stamp and your thumbprint or fingerprint, and then you're gonna put your quantum autograph, and then you're gonna catch that the last part of the last name or family name, um, however you want to call it, um, and the paper. All right, so you have you have sealed that contract. You own it, and then you're going to do the same thing on the last page in the bottom right hand corner. Now, I added my RF number to much of my documents, and I can see that I still am going to want to add my RF number here on the stamp on this document that I'm holding in my hand, which is still in preparation of for the fraud, the contract fraud, the constructive fraud, the mail fraud, the complicity and culpability in human trafficking between the Kalkaska County Village Police Department, the Kalkaska County Sheriff's Department, the Kalkaska County Circuit Court, the Kalkaska County District Court, the Kalkaska County Prosecutor's Office, and the Kalkaska United States Post Office. And so one of the things I think is something that everybody wants to know about is this executive order here. All right. Executive Order 13818, human rights abuse. Now, I keep telling you that anything from that system has no standing, no jurisdiction, because it's all done in fraud and worse. So no matter how much I talk about this, people keep wanting to go there. Well, be careful how you go there. If you're going to go there, you want to be real careful how you go there. So, for instance, somebody might want to talk about US 18 1341 / 1342. Somebody might want to talk about that. Why? Why? United States, corporate, fraudulent, treasonous, human trafficking parasites. So why would I want to talk about it? Well, why would I want to use it? Well, I don't. I don't. But what about all these postal employees wearing the shirts that say United States Postal Service? The outside of the building says United States Post Office, but there's no postal employees in there. Postal Service. Another corporate entity has invaded our public liberty, freedom, truth, and integrity. So why would we want to talk about US 18 1341 / 1342 mail fraud, fictitious name and address? Well, maybe maybe that postal employee, maybe we want to educate them the fact that they're so stupid they don't know their own damn job. They don't follow their own rules and regulations, their own corrupt corporate crap. So what the hell are they even doing there? Why is anybody paying them? Why are we paying them? Why? They just keep pushing that human trafficking right down your throat. Anything to do with that all caps name, human trafficking. All right, so a couple things to show you here. Repetitive, slightly, except there is an upgrade. Take that out so it doesn't fall all over the place. Take that out so it don't fall all over the place. So on the last pages of a slave port, is their special pages, endorsements / mentions, specials / annotations. Now, if you got a slave port as a slave with privileges, I think you're going to find one page at the end there for your annotations. But in a true slave port, there's actually multiple. Let's see, 3. There's at least 3. Yeah, there's 3. And then preceding that is a page for visas. But there's 3 that have this over here on the side that reads endorsements / mentions, specials, annotations. In mine, I got 1 that's available, 2 that's available, 3 that's available. Why did I go to the last one? Because I'm capturing this damn thing. I'm taking control of it. Now, let's take a look back here. Let's take a look back here. Right on the very first page. All right. You open it up right there on the very first page right here. The Secretary of State of the United States of America hereby request all whom it may concern to permit the citizen / national of the United States named herein to pass without delay or hindrance and in case of need to give all lawful aid and protection. This is telling to let that fiction pass. When they write, because it's an all caps name, it's an all caps name, and they want you to give a signature. All right, I represent my straw man. I gave the signature. Used to be UCC 1-308 was one of their statutes in that fiction corporate crap that basically it said no color of law, no statute, act, code, rule, regulation, or ordinance can have any standing, any power, any jurisdiction, any authority if it goes against your unalienable rights that are constitutionally protected. But then I think they kept this very suppressed for so long because a lot of people know about it, but the vast majority of people don't know about it for decades. Some people use this to their advantage and did very well with it in owning their authority and escaping some of the tyranny. But I think somewhere along that line, the UCC 1-308 got amended or fuckeried with or something or other. But it doesn't matter because it's all fraud. Probably the most important thing is that prior to UCC 1-308, I wrote all rights reserved. All right. So I upgraded my because I added my RF number here. All right, my registered mail number that established me as sovereign in the global postal, in the defunct universal postal, in the federal United States Post Office, the federal United States Postal Service, the village of Kalkaska, the county of Kalkaska, the state of Michigan. And then contracted even with Kingsland, Texas. And it's all documented. And so I even though this got my RF number on, I added that into my quantum contract work here. All right. So upgrade. And then, of course, also carry in the wallet or in the passport, at least one go back $1 stamp. Why? So I can contract a $21 money order backed by gold. Why? So I can contract. Why? Because I own my authority. All right. I did the same thing with this piece of shit. I did the same thing with this piece of shit. Now, different states are going to have different print and crap on their piece of shit. Their slave tool. This on the back side, not really a barcode, some kind of a code kind of thing, thingamabobber here. I decided I'm not going to cover that. So I put the stamp as close to it as I could. And then I left room for my thumbprint over here. And I got my quantum autograph. I got my RF number on there. And I got my thumbprint over here. And because the stamp was too big to fit, it actually got rolled over onto the front. And there's some lettering and numbering here. And I analyzed it and realized that I could get that stamp on there without covering this coating thing here and not covering these numbers here. And so I've captured this piece of shit. All right. I own it. It has no jurisdiction over me. I have jurisdiction and ownership and control over it. All right. So then we have, in addition to what I put together here, is evidence, right? So in the quantum, this says evidence, full colon, evidence, all capital, full colon, right? I made a copy, so it's full colon, all capitals, copy, full colon, all right? That's quantum, all right? Top right hand corner, got the stamp, quantum autograph, my RF number, the thumbprint, all right from the get. Page 1. What do we got here? We have evidence. We have evidence of what? You got a federal Franken coming out of the circuit court. Why? Because they're operating in the federal jurisdiction. They're acting outside of their jurisdiction. With the aid and comfort of the post. And what does the sheriff do? Besides plead guilty to treason in a federal court, an open court, a court of record, a court of law, a high court, Sheriff Pat Whiteford. No, I mean Fuckford. Sheriff Pat Fuckford. Fat Fuckford. It's probably a better description. Besides pleading guilty to treason, he's got his bailiffs participating in human trafficking in the fake courts on a regular basis. Something's got to be done about it. What else do we got here? We have evidence of the judge operating outside of her jurisdiction. This name here is not all caps. And it's written in pen, by hand, in blue ink. That's a man. Male or female, that's a man. And why did I get this? I got no idea. Because, well, I do, but the reason I have no idea is the stupidity of it. The corrupt fiction decided to impose their will of tyranny and oppression and send threatening documents through the post, ordering a juror, and I wasn't having any of it. So I put the county clerk Deborah Hill in my court, and of course Deborah Hill decides to plead guilty to treason and to continue to commit these crimes and continue to aid and assist in human trafficking. And the judge decides to get involved. And the judge sends me this card, which I have copied front and back. So I didn't ask to be excused, but this card says what they checked. There's a check mark right here. What they checked right there. Your request to be excused will be granted as follows. Gee, you bitch. Honorable judge? How about dishonorable judge? How about dishonorable? You have no standing as a judge. There's the evidence. Clearly operating outside of jurisdiction. The judge fucked up here big time. Then I thought, well, I never had any encounters with the village police and that court, the sheriff's department, the county clerk. They're all in the Kalkaska village limits. So when I went in to talk with a policy officer there and report and bring forth the evidence, well, first thing that happened was my YouTube feed got cut. I got that going back up again, and just started getting into the wordplay, and the policy officer got called away. And when he comes back, he's got Chief Poopy Pants, old Poopy Pants, just shitting his pants. He don't want his lower middle management talking with me and getting educated, because he might find his policy department's all vacated. It's all him. Kind of like what happened over there at Kalkaska Sheriff's Department after I spent 2.5 hours with the jail sergeant. Short time later, Kalkaska Sheriff's Department's moving all their inmates because they got nobody to take care of their inmates. Oh, and the prosecuting attorney just happened to resign too within about a month of me putting the order for arrest. Order for arrest? Yeah, I think I got that here. Order for arrest? Yeah. As what? As prosecutor. Ethan, how can you do that as prosecutor? Well, good God, people. Let's see. Georgia Constitution. Right to the courts. Can you have a right in Georgia that we don't have in another state? Georgia, right to the courts. There you go. You don't believe me? Go look up the Georgia Constitution. You don't trust the documents I put in the documents section? Go research it for yourself. Georgia Constitution, right to the courts. No person shall be deprived of the right to prosecute or defend, either in person or by attorney, that person's own cause in any of the courts of this state. There's 3 state constitutions I find that spell out your unalienable, unalienable right to the courts. So what do we got going on here in the village of Kalkaska? We have an out of control blast of tyranny where the sheriff's department is complicit, the village police department is complicit, and the post is complicit. All of them culpable. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Well, for the moment, I'm going to keep compiling evidence. More evidence. Kalkaska County Treasurer using a federal franken. All right. Kalkaska County Treasurer pled guilty to treason in my court. I abrogated the land taxes for the property that I live on. It was 100 years. It might have been 200 years. It was a long damn time. But I don't stop them. They keep on coming and use mail fraud to do it. What else we got here? Yeah, my cable provider. They got the return address and the to address all on the return side, as does the electric company, as does a whole host of them. So I'm putting all that together. Then, of course, when I went in to get supplies, I went in to get um, I went in to get supplies. I went in to get label 200s. Um, Pink cards and green cards. 3806 forms. 2-cent stamps. And what happens? What happens? I am verbally accosted. I am verbally attacked by the postal employee. I'm questioned. I'm lied to, and I'm threatened. And then I'm told that they're not going to process prepaid postage paid mail anymore, that they have been ordered to stop it, that they stopped doing it in the 70s. And then it's illegal to teach it online. Well, I don't give a shit about legal, and neither should you. It's lawful that you want to care about. It's lawful, not legal. Legal is corruption. Legal is evil. Legal is demonic, the way the legal system is set up. So after all that, what do I get? I get mail from Joe. Prepaid, postage paid, first class mail. After they told me they're not going to do it anymore. Well, or is it they're not going to do it for me anymore? Are they singling me out? Whatever it is, it's all bullshit. And I'm documenting all of it. So these will be upgraded. They'll get a quantum autograph and a thumbprint on the back side of each one of these. They'll get labeled with evidence and copy, and they'll get bonded in. And I'm going to keep on bonding in until I'm ready to put this forward. And then I'm going to force the issue. I'm going to force the issue of this corrupt judge. Obvious operating outside of jurisdiction, obvious involvement in human trafficking, obviously protected by the Kalkaska County Sheriff, Fat Fuckford, and the village idiot chief of police, Poopy Pants, and all with the aid and comfort of the Kalkaska Post. I'm going to see Kalkaska get cleaned up come hell or high water one way or another. And veterans, what the hell is wrong with you? Get the gun out of your mouth. You were taught organizational skills. You are trained assassins. You swore an oath. Your flag is captured. It's decorated with a gold fringe and a British tassel. They're telling you they're at war with you. Oh, you just go renew your driver's license. Just go pay your tickets. Live like a slave. Land of the free, home of the brave, my ass. but it will be. Because the new heartbeats, the new breaths, the new life coming into this world, they're not going to be indoctrinated, dumbed down, MK Ultra, poisoned, fear-based, soy boy, skinny jean, faggot pussies. No. The new world is going to be a little bit different. Because there's enough of us that are going to make sure that it happens. Now, I'm sorry, I don't have a home shopping network here for you. I got no coffee cups for you. I got no t-shirts for you. I got no intel for you that ain't no tell, no intelligence. I'm trying not to waste your time. What's with all these truthers? Spent all this time selling you shit, feeding you crap. And why do you go back? I've contacted with so many of them. They will not bring my story forward. They will not tell you that cannabis is essential for the health of man and mammal. Essential. That it's proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. It's documented. Because they're fucking pussies. Flat out fucking pussies, or they're controlled. They're pussies that are fucking controlled. Oh, Lord. Oh, what'd you say, Joe? Joe says, oh my goodness. I appreciate you too, brother. How can I get 40 men, 40 veterans organized and here in Kalkaska for a couple of days? How can I make that happen? I don't know. Begging and pleading just ain't pretty. And speaking of that, as I have mentioned here recently multiple times, I have stabilized and I don't have to ask for donations just to come up with the $200 a month that it took me to exist, keep the internet up, keep the website up, and keep the phone on. Those were a couple of rough years. And asking for money was really, really hard. And I don't have to do that anymore. I got a long way to go. I'm still living in poverty, but I'm living like a king compared to how I was living. And so now I have the opportunity to ask for money for others. And Keith with the YouTube channel El Piro, people, if you got money that you can spare, if you can forego a beer, if you can forego a night out at the restaurant and the movie, if you can forego anything and donate to an American hero, why not donate to Keith? His YouTube channel is El Piro. Keith did some amazing work that helped me with my work with the postal, that helped others with their work with the postal, to empower you, to free you. So that's your home shopping. That's your home shopping here. The other one is Josh Eddy. His YouTube channel is One of the People. Josh is another American hero. He owns his authority. He took that Americans Notice of Liability and did awesome things with it. He opened up federal court, Article 3 court, court of record, public court, high court of law, and did amazing things and continues to. So, nothing to buy here, folks. It's all cheap as free. So, everybody, watch out for them truthers that just feeding you shit and selling you crap. Why don't you spend your time owning your authority and holding these parasites to account? See if you can't help a veteran get the gun out of his mouth and find a way to organize with a bunch of his friends and get a group of 40 men that are organized and ready to complete a mission and get their ass up here to Kalkaska, Michigan so we clean house. All right, everybody, I'll be back. Oh, I feel like Columbo. Time and time again. I told you, I'll try and bring you something new. So it has been, I've been reminded and encouraged to stop talking about address when it comes to the post. Your address, their address. It's like that word is not a good word, apparently. I'll get more detailed into that at a later date and time. We should be talking about our location. We live in a location. We live at a location. Address is militarized, British agentized, corporatized fuckery of enslavement. So that's your bonus for sticking to the end. I didn't intend it that way. I just Columboed. So says there's one person here. It keeps goes 1, 2, 3 down to 0, back up to 1 or 2 down to 0. So it looks like there's at least one person here. That could be 100. Anybody got a question or parting comment? Live chat set for replay. All right, everybody. Well, maybe someone's typing and there's a little delay. I love y'all. I'm working hard to bring you the truth without a home shopping network because I want you to be free. I want you to own your authority. I want everyone to be happy and healthy. So giddy up. Giddy up. Own your authority. Save a veteran. Get the gun out of his mouth.